Hi there. I'm going to work on my journaling by fives today. But before I do, I want to show you what I did to this. Because that red rosin paper was so red, I needed to tone it down. So I went in and I gessoed the facing page on all my pages. And I'm finding this red rosin paper, not only being red, soaks up, it's a felt paper, so it will soak up your paint pretty well. If you're using scrap paint, fine, dandy. If you are wanting to art journal on it and paint with good paint on it, I would say gesso it first or put a sealer on it. And you can see how the white gesso has really lightened up these pages. I'm really much happier with them now. You can see here, I like how this really lightens this up, and it brings out the gold too. I really do think it does. And this gold block printing ink I found is not permanent. When I put my gesso on it, I could very easily blend it in with my gesso on my facing page, and I like that a lot. And you can see even on this gesso, look at this pink and red of this rosin. This is the rosin paper in here, and it really did drink up my gesso. And then I gessoed the back, and you can see here where, hopefully you can see where the gesso blended in with that gold block printing ink, which I liked a lot. Did not quite do it as much on the front, but it gave it a nice cover. Okay, so I'm ready to start on step 3. Step 3 should be stencil or stamping. And because of what I'm planning to do in here, I am going to switch things out a little and do step 4, which is your focal image, before I do step 3. And that's because I want my focal image to lay flat on my page. When I do my stenciling on here, I plan on using some thicker medium, and I don't want my focal image to not glue down nice when I put my stenciling on. So I'm going to switch out my step 3 and step 4 and do my focal image now. So what am I doing for focal images? Well, you all know that I've been really enjoying old photos. I went through my stash of old photos and I took them into the copy shop and enlarged some of them. And these are just 2. I really like this one because this photo actually looked torn and ripped like this. And it was a smaller photo, and I enlarged both of these. It only cost me 11 cents. And so I'm going to use these on my pages, and then I've chosen out, I've already decided what I want to do on each page. Okay, I think that I can get my focal images finished in 15 minutes, because here again, I'm just going to tack them down with some glue. Get me a glove of, this is Universal Wallpaper Paste again. So I am going to set the timer for this one, and it is 12:06, so that would be 12:16, 12:21. Okay, my timer's set, and I am going to get started with these. And I'm tacking down just right in the center, and I think I'm going to put this one just like that. And I've also chosen a word to go to with each one. Whoops. Kind of like that though. I don't want it to look like this. Put this up here. Life has changed. In with the old. I like this. It looks like a group of school children at a Catholic school, maybe. Some sort of a church school. And I really enjoyed going out and finding words that matched the photographs. Because I just went through my stash of magazines and look for words. And this says they look tough, but they're really sensitive. I think I'm going to move this up a little on my page. I'm not going to count my pages because I lose track. This was a photograph that I've had on hand, and it's kind of a dark one, but there's a lady sitting over here, and it looks like she's doing embroidery, and then it looks like this is her husband reading, and over here there's all these pieces of cake in there. So it looks like they're getting ready to have somebody over for a brunch, maybe. But I found this verbiage that says, I think I'll put it down here, cake for breakfast. Oh, yum. I probably don't need the wax paper in between, but I'm going to put it between. And this was a photo that I've done in another art journal. I think I collaged it in another art journal. 3 young boys fishing. And I chose the words stepping out. On this one, these are typical photos that you would see in like in the 30s and 40s. They're like a grandmother and either a young girl or a young boy. It looks like they're exploring the park and the trees, and then this is just 3 young girls. But I like the phrase that I found. It says, instant happiness. And certainly children can bring instant happiness into our lives. Life tends to take away some of our happiness, and our children bring that back, right? Right. This one was of a young lady. It looked like she took her brothers or cousins, or it could be a mother and her sons. I don't know. These are old photographs. They're in the playground. Here they're at the swings. They're getting their picture taken. I'll bet the dad's taking the pictures. I don't know. Who knows? Here they're on the teeter-totter. And on the words that I found was a gaggle of monkeys. I thought that really fit. On this one, this is kind of a collaged one. I really do like this picture. I like that. This is a little boy in a, I hope you can see these as I'm holding them up. This is a boy in an old car. And there's the dad holding up his young son. And this one is just, looks like a brothers and sisters posing for a picture out in the yard. The little baby, at first I thought he was crying. You can't see it too well in the photograph, but the photograph is an old photograph anyway. But I think he's actually giggling. So I'm just going to collage these. Then I guess you could call it, well, you'll see it's not scrapbooking because I'm going to get into the other steps. I put shape up or ship out here because he's in the car, and this kind of looks like they're shaping up. And then this phrase just says it's a great week, too. Kind of fits. I want to put it down a little bit more on my paper, though. Put it like that. I'll know when I get to number 10 because of the, and then here's the typical, we see these pictures a lot in the antique malls and the flea markets. Little boy, he looks so thoughtful. And I found this, instead of cheese, just say, and then I found this, do you believe in miracles? Except for Now I want it to come up a little. I don't want to cover up so much of him. I do find that I've been a little bit more analytical on this. Then I'm not just going into my stash and grabbing, even though these are photographs that I've had on hand, I'm not just going in there and grabbing them willy-nilly. I'm finding myself wanting to put some thought into the, even like I tried to stay within the same color range across the pages, and this one says rare bird. I thought it fit. The same color range, my golds and reds, and then the white gesso and the dictionary pages across. So I've been maybe stretching this in a way in that it's still journaling by fives, but I've been just a little bit more analytical, I think, about it than maybe what others have been. I like these. These are a bunch of country, looks like they were out picking corn, country guys. It says, can you top this? Can you top these? So it's a quote I found, and then I'll put, you'll never hear the end of it. Yeah, so, and even when I selected my pictures, I think I was a little bit more analytical about it. But I'm going to go with that for this book, and maybe in the next one that I do, I'll do it a little bit more freeform, where I'm not really thinking about, because I have all sorts of scrap that I can put down on my pages. Let's see. I'll bring this down. Put this way a little bit more. And even as I'm placing my pages, you can see that, okay, I'm saying to myself, I want to turn this one, and I want this one to angle this way. And so I'm a little bit more analytical. Probably one reason why the 15-minute time limit, let's see where I'm at on this. I set it for 12:22 and I'm at 12:16, so I've got 6 minutes. And I think I'm going to make it. Hopefully, if I don't sit and analyze it too much. And I'm just tacking this down. This is a typical, you'll see these type of pictures in the antique malls. But I like this. He says, I'm not shy about speaking my mind. And then I just grab this one, which really kind of fits, but not. It's on the inside that counts. You could put that on several different types of pictures. But I put it there. I thought, okay, it'll go there. And even while I was arranging these pictures and getting them ready to go, I was going, okay, what picture do I want to go with this page, with the way I arranged them? So I was even analyzing this offline, which probably breaks the rules a little, maybe. But I'm still journaling by fives, and then I'm doing 5 steps. I'm doing the paint and the background collage and the focal images. So I'm still doing 5 steps. I'm just not doing them in smash booking. I'm sort of smash booking, but I'm not smash booking in the sense that I'm not thinking about it. I'm smash booking in the sense that I'm being analytical, but my left brain is kicking in. I am a right-brained person, predominantly right-brained, but I like this. This is a wedding picture, and it says, this is not just a test. This is the real deal. It's set for life. In those days, divorce was not an option, a easy option. Let's put it that way. It was an option, but it was not easy. And this one you can't see too much, but I think it's a little girl and a little boy and an old-fashioned go-kart. I have the original of that photo. I just love it. I'm going to put it up here. And I'm going to put the best part of summer across here. Kind of wish this was a little bit bigger font. but it's not, so we'll just go with it. And then I got another one for the top that says, "This is what I know, the best part of summer." Yes, I love old photos, and I'm finding that if I can take them into a copy shop and make copies to do my art journaling with for 11 cents for 3 on a sheet, hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to move this one down. Eyes are meant to wander, and then it says, "Go see." And I thought that was really curious because this little guy looks like he's playing with a garden hose, and he's examining the hose. I'm almost finished. How much time do I have? Well, I've got 3 minutes, I think. But that's okay. I'm toward the end. Now this one, I'm almost going to cover my page with cover that up. Do I want to do that? Let's put a dot there. This is going to be a 2-page layout. This was a band, a high school band, but I don't want to, so I think that I'm going to tear the photo that way and down this way to allow some of this. You know what? I think I'll do it here too. Yeah. That works for me. And then it says, "Your family will thank you for making them smarter." I guess more musical would probably be the right term, but we'll go with smarter on this. I think I'm going to bring this out a little bit more. This one, this way, this way, this way, this way. We'll go with that. I might change that. Better hurry. I've only got a couple minutes. I'm on the second to last one. I'm going to put this in real fast here. This one is a little boy in a car and some horses. And then this little fellow's walking down the road. And for the quote, I have going the Okay. I'm on page 19 again. I'm going to turn this off. I'm on page 19. I've got 1.5. Well, let's just say I got this done when it rang. So I'm getting better. See, I've only got 1 page left. I found these pictures of these, I would say they're 1940s, and they're men out on the golf course. I really like them. And I think they're really kind of cool pictures because they're vintage golf photographs. And so I had to take some copy. This one's kind of dark, but that's what you get when you're just using a copy machine. But they're going to be my last page, and what I have for the quote is parting shot and Saturday drivers. I'll put that right here. So I have this as page 20. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next step on the next page.